Hey guys, today we have some exciting news. I'm supposed to be live streaming right now on my Twitch channel, but this just came out at 7:50 a.m. It's 8:50 a.m. So I was like, you know what? This is massive news. Let's make a video right off the bat. And this is a new producer's letter for the next expansion. They're actually calling it an expansion, so you know it's going to be good. And I've already read over these notes, and trust me guys, this is what I personally have been waiting for. This is new content for the game. Eclipse was terrible. That was a terrible expansion. I don't even think they called it an expansion, and I think I know why now. Because they're calling this one expansion. They never called Eclipse an expansion. Eclipse was terrible. I mean, let's be honest, guys. It didn't offer anything new. It was just like, you can upgrade your gems now, so you can still do Unite a little bit faster. You know, so Eclipse was terrible. But let's get into this. This is Adventures. That's their new expansion, I guess. So I'm gonna skip over his introduction, but going over the main bullet points in his introduction. I'm ecstatic to announce that Trove Adventures, a massive free content expansion for PC, Xbox One, and PS4, will release on November 14th. Another thing that sucked about Eclipse was they only gave us about 2 weeks to 3 weeks to prepare. Like, I think it was like they gave us PTS, and they're like, hey, this isn't the first iteration of PTS, so play it for a while. And then like 2 weeks later, Eclipse was out. It's like they didn't give us any warning. They waited till like a week before or 2 weeks before to say, hey, Eclipse is coming next week, so buckle up. You know, same thing with Megalithic. They didn't tell us anything about Megalithic until it was right about to come out. So I'm glad they're actually giving us at least a month in advance to know when the next update is coming. So a month away from 5 days ago, so basically a month away from today, is the new expansion. Told you, they're calling this one an expansion. They never referred to Megalithic as an expansion. I'm sorry if I turn my chair in front of the text. I have ADHD, you guys know that, so I can't sit still, so hopefully I don't block any text. I'm going to try to keep it like leaning this way. So there you go. This is the next expansion, and they have a release date November 14th. This is the highly anticipated club update that we've been hinting at. So this is the club update. That's what they're trying to get out to the door. Like, this is the club update that we've been hinting at, which is, I mean, that's a little poor choice of words considering we've known about this since December 2015 when Avram announced it as like the next update. Oh man. So let's get into it. So clubs and adventurers. I keep saying adventurers. It's just adventures, guys. If I say adventurers, that's just me missaying something. It's adventures, just like you go out and do an adventure, you know. So clubs can now level up. Clubs gain experience through participation in the new adventure system. As a club's level increases, slots are unlocked to support new types of structures called fixtures. By the way, guys, I forgot to say this. This is going to be in the description below. So if you guys want to check out the letter on your own, you don't want to listen to me ramble on for, I don't know, probably like 5 minutes, you can just check it out in the description below. However, I'm going to give all my opinions and all of my announcements, kind of, while reading all this as it goes over it. So if you are a big part of the community, you might as well stick around and have me read it to you. So these fixtures provide stats, boosts, and bonuses, some that have never been seen before in Trove. I have 2 fixtures that I absolutely love. One adds a new gem effigy stat that reduces the amount of dust required to upgrade gems, and the other gives you a double hit stat that grants a chance to deal double damage in combat. At the release of the update, we'll include 18 different fixtures, which means 18 different abilities, each of which can be upgraded twice, creating a ton of different combos. It'll be up to your club's leadership to decide which fixtures are placed down at a given time and in what order they are upgraded. So, this is basically, Trove is finally becoming an MMO. Trove finally has something that requires cooperation. You can argue that Ultra modes need cooperation, but they don't. I solo them. I solo them every day on my live stream. Yes, I'm talking actual Ultra modes, the new Ultra modes since Eclipse. So this is actually something that requires like communication within your own club and your own community and like strats and stuff like that, because they say there's 18 different ones, so they don't go into full detail. They say there's 18 different ones and you can't have all of them placed down from what it sounds like, because it says you have to pick and choose. What is your club leader going to pick and choose from, and which one are they going to upgrade first? So you always want to go with like the best of the best. You want to upgrade those first, right? So I'm assuming you can pick and choose. If you don't want a fixture, it'll probably be a quick swap, maybe a little expensive, kind of like swapping your gems around. You know, you have to pay the 1,000 cubits to swap a gem around. Probably gonna be the same thing, and I don't know. It seems like we might have like a section of the club that's like just cluttered with fixtures. I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know if you just barely join a club, do you automatically get all the club stats? Like, we need more details on that. But from what it sounds, this sounds, because there's more stuff down below, which we'll scroll down to. But just a quick teaser. This sounds like the gem, or not the gem, the Forged Soul dump system. However, they kind of rearranged it a little bit. But all in all, it sounds awesome, right? Like, your club has a meaning. It's not just like a club tag. It's not just like, oh, I'm in this club because this guy's famous or whatever. Famous. So that's going to be really, really awesome. Again, we need more details on it, though, because we don't get much out of that. It just sounds awesome. And I'm really looking forward to that. That's one of the biggest things that I'm looking forward to so far is, like, the reason to build in the club. So with this update, the club is open again. I'll be getting people to build. I'll be building myself. We'll be getting the club looking nice and crisp and have all these new buildings and stuff like that called fixtures all over the place. Make it look nice, you know, because my club doesn't look too nice. I just basically let anyone build anything anywhere, so nothing has a theme to it. But we'll go all out on clubs once this club comes out, maybe a little bit before to prepare. So players of all levels can use the new club adventure portals located in the club headquarters at the hub world. I'm assuming that's what this is. If you see my mouse, instead of the PvP area, they made it to the club area, and they moved the PvP area to the right. Instead of like the, you know, when it's Christmas and it's like the hockey rink, it's going to be right there is where the new PvP area is going to be. Just assuming from this picture right here. It's kind of, oh, it's where the community chest is and where you change your hairstyle and stuff, the barbershop. That little area right there that's been there since alpha, and they never really like made it look nicer. Players of all levels can, okay, we read that. After jumping through a portal, they'll arrive at a club adventures fixture, the home for our new adventure NPCs. This is another big thing. Admins of that club will spawn NPCs like Davy Drowner, the Skeletal Pirate, or Snackle, the Golden Chaos Chest Mimic. These NPCs give out exciting new adventures that anyone can take on, ranging from simple, like fishing up an old boot, to challenging, like defeating a Shadow Titan. There's a rumor that Gonda, the Sky Shepherd, can spawn in a club world as an adventure NPC. Will you be the first to discover if it is true? So if you are the first to discover it's true, capture it and then send it to me. I'm just kidding. But, yeah, they're adding mimics. I don't want to say that I requested that, but they're adding mimics after I've praised mimics. So that's cool. And this is just a couple that they're announcing. These are like little teasers, like they gave us a little teasers about like how you can increase or reduce the amount of dust required to upgrade gems and stuff like that. So it's cool. They're adding NPCs that someone like myself, which is a club leader, can spawn for people. I don't know what they do. I don't know the point of them, but hey, they're the new challenges. So you can fish up an old boot. That's a challenge. Or you can defeat a Shadow Titan. That's another challenge, you know? So that's going to be really, really awesome. Again, just community interaction. Something that it has been missing from Trove for a while, in my opinion. Additionally, club permissions just got a whole lot better, as club leaders can now link individual permissions to ranks. The system is fully customizable, letting leaders decide who can do what. We've added a couple new ranks like President, the sole leader of a club, and Enforcer, the person who really gets stuff done. Players will also designate one of their 5 clubs as their main club, enabling them to receive fixture benefits from it. Oh, okay. So that kind of answers my question a little bit from up above. I still don't know if it's like tied to a rank, or if you could just join a club and then you're automatically able to gain all the fixture benefits from it. So if like a new player joins the game and they join my club and not my club's like maxed out to the max, then they're just maxed out to the max. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's true or not, but it sounds like it is. So that's cool. That's been something we've been asking for a very long time. It's not just the simple 3 roles. It's not just a member, which can do nothing, a architect, which can just build and destroy stuff, and then an officer, which can do for the most part what a leader can do, but not really what a leader can do. That's gonna be cool. It's like every other MMO. Like I said, every other MMO has had this for years now, even like a decade now with WoW. So like, it's cool that they're finally bringing in some simple things that every game should have, and this game has just been, I consider this game an alpha still. I'm gonna be honest, I have always considered this game, it's still an alpha. It's not finished, right? So like, it's seeming more like a finished product at this point, even though it's been out for years now. So the Forbidden Spiders, the thing I'm most excited to talk about, this is him. though, is an amazing new biome called the Forbidden Spires. This is a new Easter-themed landscape, which you can find in U6. So instead of, you know how it goes like U5 is Dragonfire Peaks, and then it goes U6, and U6 is just everything? Instead of U6 being everything, U6 is going to be the Forbidden Spires, and then U7 and above is going to be everything when it comes to Prime Worlds. Now, this is sad, because the same thing as Jurassic Jungle, this is most likely not going to be in any Primordial Worlds, which is where 99% of the players spend their time. So that's kind of sad. We're never really going to see this biome unless they add a new Primordial element, which then they put like Jurassic Jungle, the Forbidden Spires, and stuff that they're missing. Like, we still don't have Robo biomes in there or anything like that. So, kind of sad that this is going to be strictly to Prime Worlds. I'm going to have to play some Prime Worlds if I want to check it out, you know, so that's just, you know, that's sad. I don't know. It's not really sad, but you know what I'm saying. But they are adding new recipes, as they say, new mining resources known as Cinnabars, and feathers to craft your own ancient phoenix mounts. So those are pretty exciting sounding, at least with the new materials and stuff, because when they added Jurassic Jungle, they added the meteorite fragments, which no one knew what they were for like a year before they added a use. So hopefully, when they add Cinnabars, there's a use for them. Don't do like the Jurassic Jungle. Like I said, they haven't been doing too well with the latest updates, and I really hope this kind of knocks it out the park. And then moving on, this is something that I'm either against or I'm just really confused about. So Mastery and Leaderboards. The Mastery system is now uncapped, allowing you to gain benefits for all the Mastery points you've accumulated. We expect the top Mastery players to reach the mid 500s with this update. I'm like 600 something, and I haven't touched Mastery since Mastery 300. The Mastery has been really easy to get, even though I do play every day, so someone that just joined, obviously, if they just hit 300, they're not going to be 600, but, you know what I'm saying? So, I've hit 600, and I'm like 100 something points away from maxed out. So I still have a lot of levels that could be between me and someone else. So let's continue on though. I'm getting kind of ahead of myself. Let's read it all and then I'll say my opinions. So top Mastery players can reach mid 500s with infinite room to grow. Some adjustments have been made to the passive stats granted by each Mastery rank to consider the uncapped nature of the system. Time to get your collecting on, and will you be among the first to unlock the new Mastery Pegasus? So they're kind of hinting at they're gonna fix this, but I'm still very concerned about this, and I hope that they listen to this and they are going to go through with what they're saying by we're considering the uncapped nature of the system. So I don't know, like if I'm Mastery 600 and they still give benefits, like they said, they're gonna make some adjustments to the passive stats, but it doesn't matter in my opinion. If I'm Mastery 600 and it's impossible to hit 700 without paying money, and they are still getting stats, even if it's like 0.0001, they're still getting stats, which makes them automatically better than somebody that has not paid, because it is impossible to be max mastery in this game without paying money, because there are quite a lot of Mastery exclusive Mastery points. There's probably like 20 levels of Mastery that you have to buy, including one that costs $1,000. And if they give stats, then that's a advantage that's completely pay to win. Like, there's no way around it. You cannot get those points without spending money. It is impossible. However, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. They're saying it's uncapped, which I don't know if that means that they're going to make it to where Mastery points work differently, because we're going to move on here in a second as well. What they're saying might mean that you can infinitely gain Mastery points, which is kind of weird, and they don't really explain it too much. So we're going to, again, just more details a little later on, and we'll have the definitive answers, and I'll give more of my opinion. So this isn't me bashing the system, this is just me voicing my concerns before we know fully what's going to happen. If they've already announced fully what's going to happen, you can leave it in the comments below, but I haven't heard anything about an uncapped system where you can infinitely gain Mastery points, and we'll have to see how that happens, you know? So this is just me voicing my concerns, not me complaining at all, because I don't know. We don't know. I don't want to spread any misinformation. But moving on, we're also ready to release the highly anticipated changes to leaderboards. All power rank and mastery leaderboards have been adjusted, so players with the highest score per week are ranked the highest. meaning that all players will need to put in weekly effort if they want to be eligible for rewards. So this is another thing that I'm completely confused on, and I wish they explained it a little better, or they should have told us how we can keep gaining mastery points. Because if someone's maxed out, say someone has every item in the entire game, how are they going to compete? Like, how are they going to... You can have someone that is mastery rank 700 or mastery level, my bad, not mastery rank. Mastery level, like 701. That's like the cap right now. I just made that up. I know it's above 700, but I don't know how far above 700. But 700 is the cap. Cannot gain any more mastery above 700 right now. So if someone's capped and they can't gain any more mastery, how are they going to participate? And it says right below that gold names are only the top 2,000 Trove players with the highest mastery for that week. So does that mean a rank 700 that cannot gain any more points can't be even yellow because they're done? Or they should have explained this, like I said, how are we going to be getting mastery points once we already have every item in the game? Because what they're explaining here is that you can keep gaining mastery points. But what if you're capped? How are they going to do that? Do you kill mobs and get mastery now? Like, they should have, in my opinion, said how we're going to be getting more mastery points. It could just be as simple as killing more mobs. Instead of experience, once you hit level 30, you get mastery experience instead. I don't know. Should have said it, in my opinion. Same thing for power rank. I don't know if that means you have to gain power rank every single week. That's really weird. What if you have already every single class or PR 21k? I'm very close. I have 9 classes that are 21k PR, and their gems are maxed out. I mean, I obviously still have 6 more to go, but is that how it's going to work? Like, you have to keep upgrading classes, and once you're all 21ks, you just got to be like, okay, just throw those gems away and redo it again. That seems kind of boring, in my opinion, that we have to keep grinding more dungeons and keep leveling more gems just for the sake of a leaderboard, you know? Like, that doesn't provide any gameplay, in my opinion. That doesn't provide any, like, goals. It's just like, you just got to keep doing the same monotonous thing every single week to keep up on the power rank leaderboard, which, and are they still going to tie, like, are they still going to tie Dragonite to it? Because then a lot of new players are going to get screwed over, in my opinion. Or maybe old players that don't really want to play the game. Like, they've already maxed out every single class, all 22ks. They've done their time. They've spent 3,000 hours grinding already. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, you got to keep grinding or you can't get your Dragonite for the week. So it's kind of weird. We need more, though. It's just my concerns. Again, I'm not complaining. I am asking questions to the devs directly, I guess. And to you guys as well, if you guys know exactly how it's going to work. So those are just my concerns with this. Again, this mastery and leaderboard thing. Leaderboards are always a voice of concern because they can't seem to get it right, and I really hope they do. That's why I want to make sure that I'm asking the right questions to make sure that the questions are answered correctly. So club's power rank. Well, hang on, let's go back up. I can't wait to see whichever clubs place the highest on our new club power rank leaderboard. And club's power rank is calculated based on the combined power rank of its top 50 members. Oh god, I'm gonna have to start a purple only club. And the president of a top 20 club will receive a coveted blue name for a week. Ooh, so let's give a little history here. Just a quick history. People have been asking for the blue name for a while now, but people have been asking for the blue name for the maxed out mastery people. So people that have literally everything in the game. They are the highest mastery possible. People have been asking to give those players a blue name. Now it seems that it's just going to be off whose club has the most PR spread out between the members, and there's only a top 20. I'm personally not even going to have that because I have a community club. I'm pretty much the only person in my club that's like, has like 250 capped PR or whatever it is for the total PR contest. Like, I don't think I have many members that do that because I just invite anybody. So clubs like Lazaria, which I'm not in it anymore, but if I wanted to join, I could. If I join their club, can I just get the rewards, or is it only the president that gets the rewards? You know what I'm saying? I'm also in Save Time, which is the current speedrunning club, which means I'm already in a club that has the highest PR in the game, because we're I think the only speedrunning club in the game. There might be like one more or something that's just not as popular, I guess. Is it only the leader of the club that gets everything? I don't know. It says they're gonna get a blue name. So I gotta get more of those members in my club, I guess, just so I can get a blue name. But yeah, so again, I'm a little confused on it. But just, that was just a quick thing. I'm not complaining. We'll see when it comes out. So more great stuff. So those are the biggest points that they wanted to voice. They're gonna go into a little bit more. So the new tutorial which we've already seen before. You guys have played it on PTS a long time ago. So the new tutorial, I can never say that word, is coming out. Adventures window, an awesome way to track adventures, events, challenges, dungeons, tome progress, and your daily qubits bar. So it's kind of just like a journal. I would expect every single day you can look through your journal and be like, what did I miss today? And it's going to say, hey, you still have your qubits. Hey, you still have some legendary tomes. Hey, you still have challenges to, I don't know, maybe. So LED blocks, a new vibrant block type that can be set to various blinking cycles. Mostly, you use it to make some really cool signs. Okay. Frameworks, I was looking at this earlier. Pre-constructed block arrangements that can be placed down at once. Bam, a wild castle appears. So for people that suck at building, absolutely suck at building, like myself, this is actually really, really cool. And I actually, again, I don't want to take credit, but I've actually been asking for this for a while because I suck at building. I always thought it would be a cool idea if there are preset buildings that you can make. I actually said this recently too on my live stream. And I didn't even know this was coming out. This was just me saying stuff that I wanted in the game while I was live streaming, I guess. And I mentioned this. I mentioned that I would love it to where if we can just have like preset buildings that you just place down and it's a fully built building. Because I think that'd be pretty cool. It wouldn't, I personally would use it if I wasn't a club leader that was in the position that I'm in. For me, I don't need to use these pre-constructed buildings. I could just have someone personally build buildings for me that are tailored to my club and fit the theme of my club. But if I wasn't a YouTuber and a streamer and had an audience that is willing to build for me, then I would love this. And I would definitely love this, especially, like I said, if I didn't have what I had already. So really cool idea. Really cool idea. Again, I'm not going to take advantage of it, most likely. But it's something that I've been asking for because if I didn't have... I'm just repeating myself. I've already said it. So next up is plasma fishing. It's finally here. Fish for plasma. Okay. Forged stellar souls. Stellar items can now be loot collected, resulting in forged stellar souls instead of forged radiant souls. So we knew about that about a week ago. I haven't said anything because they haven't really given me too much to make a news video on. But we already knew this. It's cool. It's going to raise the price of stellars most likely because all the stellars are in the game. Deconstructed. Bye-bye. So I personally am saving up all my stellars currently in my chest. I already have like a full stash tab full of them from like a day's work. Because when you're 3K plus magic find, stellars are crazy. I feel like they should still nerf the amount of stellars you get because you just get too many at 3K plus magic find. And then moving on is Radiant and Stellar Rings. 250 skill ring crafters can use Radiant and Stellar Souls to create new great rings. If you like it, you should... Okay, they're just making another pun. So this is combined what I said earlier with this new fixture system. So before this producer's letter, they said that the new soul system, which is Stellar Souls, we already knew that what that was, so this is old. Like I said, we already knew about Stellar Souls for a while. They said that you would use Stellar Souls to put a new ability on your weapon. I've said that before, they've said that before in the live stream, that's been what it has been. So I think what they did, again, they didn't confirm this, they didn't say anything about this, but what I think they did is they scrapped that idea, and they made the fixture system, which is the new abilities for like your weapons and stuff, like I said, or like it says, it has a chance to grant double damage, and or you can take less dust to upgrade your gems, stuff like that. So I think they took the Forge Soul Dump system that they announced a long time ago, and they moved the stat part into fissures, and they kept the Soul Dump, but they put it into ring crafting, which is fine. I'm not complaining, I'm just making a point. I think that's what they moved that system into. I think they took that old system, they scrapped it, and this is the new two systems. They kind of separated it, which is fine. So we're finally going to get Radiant and Stellar Rings, which is awesome, because that's just going to mean more powering for us, more stats, more magic find, more critical hit, and stuff like that. And we can finally not have the nasty purple shadow item with all of our fancy gold items, right? All our stellars. So that's been something, again, that's been announced since like 2015, before Radiants or Stellars existed, before either of them did. So it's been a long time coming. And that's pretty much it. Over the next month, as we work our way to the release of Adventures, we'll dish out even more info, which is good. If you want to experience everything, head over to our public test server later this week for a full content preview. So you know I'm going to be checking that out for you guys and giving you guys some more videos So this video has gone on quite long. Holy moly. I didn't expect to go on for that long over all this stuff, but it is like they're kind of like not giving us any updates until they have a massive patch, which I actually like better. I hate how every single week they used to do like, oh, we added a new mount to the game, that's a patch. You know, like I hated how they kept doing that over and over for like 2 years straight. It's just like every week they have to put out a patch, which could be as low as just a single mount, and that's like the entire patch notes. It's just one line: new mount in the chaos chest, good patch. So I actually like this system a lot more. It seems like they're pushing out a lot bigger patches a lot more frequently. We just had megalithic, a month later we had eclipse, and now a month later we're going to have adventures. So I actually like this. Again, I don't know if it's this dude right here, Rick, that has been doing the whole like, let's not do crappy patches anymore, let's just do big patches. So like I said, he might be our savior. This patch so far, I have really nothing to complain about. I have a few questions, but nothing to complain about. It seems like they are going in the right step, in the right direction with this patch, and that is going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like, and if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button plus the bell next to it so you can be notified whenever I upload a video. If you would like to further support the channel, make sure to check out my Humble Bundle affiliate links in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.